Well met, pilgrim. Have you come to pray? Best keep looking, then. I've been out here most of the day, but you're the first soul I've seen. So many in Kvatch have forgotten the old ways. They're all obsessed with their giant cathedral. They've forgotten how we used to worship. Shame that.
Do you make a habit of accosting strangers at shrines of worship? Those zealots are the worst thing to happen to Kvatch in 60 years, and I've lived through 8 wars and the corrupt reign of the Longhouse Emperors. If you're looking for more of their kind, inquire in Kvatch rather than bothering pious folk.
Do you mind? I'm trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my wife.
I knew I would find you here, blasphemer! Die! You're working for my sister, right? How did you find me? No, never mind. Just tell me if you're here to talk or to kill me. Oh, just those little things I noticed. Like that cold look in your eyes. Or your rants about the splendor of Boethia. Isn't killing what a disciple of the warrior prince does best? Yeah, about that. I'm done with the Society of the Dragon. Turns out religion doesn't really agree with the women in my family. Especially not a crazy cult with a murderous priest for a leader. Now you're starting to really curl my spine. I could ask you the same. Just what were you doing spouting that Boethia nonsense in Kvatch? Are you some sort of Daedra out to prove a point? Are you Are you Sheogorath? That's a more honest answer than I expected. My sister sent you, didn't she? She just couldn't let me deal with this myself, could she? Oh. And oh look, there's Larissa now. What a surprise.
Jocelyn, could you be any
My
more
dear
predictable?
sister, I knew you'd find me. Are you here to kill me too?
My sister appears to be safe and sound. She's surprisingly calm, even if she's still mad about what I did to her friend. That's better than I expected. Thank you for your help. I couldn't have exposed Grand Chanter Surus's corruption without you. That's sweet, but you've already done more than enough. You helped me show my sister the truth about the Society of the Dragon. She's safe now, and our plan worked exactly as I'd hoped. I couldn't have saved Jocelyn without your help. Thank you.
Every time you help me, someone winds up dead. Couldn't you let me deal with this myself?
I didn't like the way we left things, Jocelyn. And when I realized what the Grand Chanter was up to...
So my big sister sails in to rescue me. Again, tell me, how many did the Grand Chanter kill?
At least 3 people since I've been paying attention. I haven't been in town that long.
So you called in someone to help?
I know you're angry, but he really would have killed you, Jocelyn. I couldn't let that happen.
You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm done with the Society, and I'm done with Kvatch. But I am not going with you.
Fair enough. But anytime you need me, I'll be there.
I know. Goodbye, sister.
They say the Weirises drove an old witch out of the Hag Fen. Even so, the weird sisters make me nervous.
What's a nice assassin like you doing in a place like this? Hello, hero. I'd say I'm surprised to see you, but I've been watching you for days. Acting surprised would be so disingenuous. Let's just say I'm pleased to once again be graced by your company. You're exactly who I hope to meet out here. I have a contract. It concerns a corrupt Hlaalu noble hiding in Castle Kvatch. A noble who has to die. I know you work for the Dark Brotherhood now. Our organizations may despise each other, but you and I are friends. And friends help each other. This is your territory. I don't want to rankle your superiors by making a social blunder. So here's my brilliant plan. I kill my target, and you take all the credit. Lets me complete my contract while giving you the chance to make a good impression. Smashing. I always enjoy working with you. We have a certain connection, you and I. Don't you just find it to be so intense? I thought about entering the castle, but I have the kind of face everyone always remembers. Beautiful. So I was thinking you go inside, sneak into Dathus's room, and open the secret passage. Then I hop in and take care of business. I don't. Not to deal with Dathus, but I do enjoy sleep. And that's hard to come by when the Brotherhood sends assassins in the night. Better they never see me. If it comes down to it, I'd hate to have to kill anyone without the proper paperwork. Right to business? Oh, very well. Dathus Ilrum of House Lalu is one of those blood-sucking creatures that needs to be crushed beneath a heavy boot. He believed fleeing from Morrowind would put him out of reach, but here I am, contract and all. Seemed like bad form to spill all the gory details. Suffice it to say, he swindled some rather important clients and had the audacity to steal from House Lalu itself. The last straw was when he closed 2 orphanages to open a corner club. Of course I do, darling. What did you expect? That I'd get soft and fat after you abandoned me? Seriously, I'm not sure I like that you joined the Dark Brotherhood. I trust you, of course, but your new family? Not so much.
What do you want?
I've not forgotten the favor you've done. I trust our business is concluded, and you will allow me to rule the Gold Coast as it should be ruled, free of Fortunata's grasping talons.
Hey, who are you? The guard will be here any second. Last chance.
Wake, wake, my darling. You can sleep when you're dead, which will be sooner than you think.
What? Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
A better question would be, are you here to kill me?
Guards! Guards!
The answer, of course, is most definitely yes. And that saves me the trouble of alerting the castle's defenders. Do me a favor, hero, and make sure someone notices you on your way out.
This... Guard! Intruder! Trespasser!
What is it?
That went surprisingly well. It's amazing what can be accomplished when trusted associates collaborate to get a job done. House Lalu won't recover the gold he embezzled, but at least Deathus won't be tearing down any more orphanages. And you should join me. I find that a warm fire, a strong drink, and a hot bath, not necessarily in that order, help me unwind after a contract. Besides, this is Kvatch. You can pray, or you can pray, or you can drink. I prefer the latter. Not a one hero, but they saw you. Those striking features will be the talk of Kvatch for the next few days. I'd avoid the guards if I were you. Our plan worked flawlessly. Now I won't have to look over my shoulder for the Brotherhood. Thank you. Back to Morrowind, I suppose. Or maybe I'll stick around the Gold Coast for a while, see the sights, take in the ambiance. If you have some free time, hero, let's get together. Work on our mutual cooperation. Who knows, you might even enjoy it. Always a pleasure watching you work, hero. You never notice, but I come around to check on you from time to time. What can I say? You intrigue me. And one of these nights, I'll sneak into your room and... Oh, purely for a social visit, I assure you. Oh, you know how it is. A murder here, an assassination there. A girl needs to stay active. But I wanted to thank you again for all the help you provided back in Deshan. I won't forget that, hero. and I'll never forget you. That's a sweet offer, hero, but I already work for a shadowy organization. Besides, I don't think I'm exactly Brotherhood material. Too much emphasis on pseudo-religious nonsense for my taste. But no offense if you're into that kind of thing. Always a pleasure watching you work here. I'm never going to live that down, am I? It did look good on me, though, didn't it? What am I saying? You have a way of making me act unprofessionally, you know that? Well, keep it up. I kind of like it.
You look rather well equipped. Your weapons, of course. Don't want to get booted from an establishment for using the wrong words again. Are you here about my notice? If that's the case, you're the first suitable candidate to approach me. I do hope your curiosity turns into acquiescence. For the job, of course. I never mean to imply anything else. I need to stop a murderer. Now, before you say, a murderer, just point me in the right direction, I have to admit, it's not that simple. Yes, let me explain. This killer announces his intentions long before he strikes, putting the fear of Mer and men in his victims. You'd think with a warning they could avoid their fate, but alas, no. All dead. In the most heinous manner imaginable. A message in an innocent sweet roll. Now he's targeted my associates. This scroll lists everyone who's recently received the threatening pastry. Talk to them and learn their connection before the killer strikes. Discover the link that connects these individuals and you'll find their murderer. Hopefully while they're still alive. Do this for me, and I promise you'll like the reward I'm offering. Gold isn't the only favor I'm willing to provide. I'm a respected member of the Gold Coast Trading Company. When I heard that a number of my most trusted associates, as well as other individuals in the area, received one of these tainted sweet rolls, I knew I had to do something. Word gets around. There have been rumors of this sweet roll killer for quite some time. But when one of my associates wound up dead after receiving a delicious baked good, I started making the connection. Not in the least. They really are delicious. No, what makes them so insidious are the tiny notes they contain. A veiled threat and a prediction of impending doom. It's ruining our profits, my tasty friend. And that's something I can't abide. Oh, it's been nothing but a parade of beggars and unworthy miscreants, I assure you. If the lot of those ugly Ogrim lovers were on that list, I guarantee I wouldn't be offering this reward. You, on the other hand, seem to be perfect for the job. Deputized thugs and warrior priests, no thank you. I already have more than enough hands in my gold pouch, what with the demands of business and all. Besides, I'd rather keep this between you and me. It's so much more intimate, don't you agree? My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to offend you. I guess some people wouldn't be satisfied with all the golden anvil or my huge... Nothing! Duly noted. I promise never to make such implications again. Is there anything else you want to ask about before you start hunting the murderer?
I love...
Are you talking to me? Why in the world would you ask me about that? I'm just a beggar, you know, I beg. Spare some gold? Look, you better not try anything. There are guards everywhere. What did I do wrong? People are supposed to ignore beggars. Just walk on by like they don't exist. But not you. Oh, you want to help. Will you just go away and leave me alone? I don't want any trouble. But if you must know, yes. I received one of those terrible predictions. Are you happy now? Because... Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. Look, you stay here and look for another beggar to bother. I'm going someplace else. Now leave me alone, or you're going to regret it. Don't you dare follow me! I've got some apples and I know how to use them!
My time is precious. There's always more to do.
I told you to leave! Don't you dare follow me! I've got some apples and I know how to use them! I found the sweet row killer, Commander! Help!
I don't think this is what Raz meant when he said, be discreet. Raz is thinking this spy business might not work out for the Lady Elf. At the first sign of trouble, she lights herself on fire, screams at the top of her lungs, and runs in circles. Raz does not remember that technique in the handbook. The work of the Queen's eyes, that's what's going on here. That business with Captain Apinia wrapped up so quickly, Raz decided to look into another matter before heading home. Turns out, this other matter has eluded Raz for many years. The locals call him the Sweet Roll Killer, yes? Much better than our term. The one who predicts your death and then stabs you in the face. Raz sees that you're looking into this as well. Perhaps we can exchange notes, help each other out. The Rat Master has ears everywhere, and who knows who our stabby-faced killer is. Don't want to give away our plans before we formulate them, yes? Raz suggests we go somewhere more private, once you finish your investigation. Raz and Lady Elf will meet you in our safe house after you finish your tasks. We've commandeered the Enchanter's shop. Not the most luxurious hiding place, but this one has had worse. We're going to have a glorious adventure, just like old times.